Why ought you to glorify God? Well, I ought to glorify God because He made me and cares for me. Oh Lord, help us today to understand that Jesus can help us be patient in difficult times. James 5:8 says, "You also be patient." Is it easy to be patient and to wait your turn? No, that can be very hard and difficult. You need God's help to be patient. Listen to find out how Carter shows patience in a hard situation. Carter and his mother were waiting in the checkout line at the grocery store. It was a busy Saturday afternoon, and each line had 3 or 4 people waiting in it. Carter felt tired of standing, and he was starting to get hungry for supper. He looked at the display of candy and gum right beside him, and his mouth watered. "Mommy, how much longer till we get home?" asked Carter. "We'll go home as soon as I pay for these groceries. There are few people in front of us in line, so we just have to wait. Do you think you can be patient?" "But I'm so tired, and I'm getting really hungry," said Carter. Mom opened her purse and searched around in it for a moment. "Oh, honey, I wish I had some raisins or peanuts for a snack, but I don't. Why don't you pray and ask Jesus to help you be patient? You can have a snack as soon as we get home." Carter felt like he was going to cry, but he bowed his head and he whispered, "Please, Jesus, help me be patient until Mommy is finished and we can go home." Suddenly, a child's loud wail rang out in the store. Carter looked around. Why, a little girl in the line next to theirs was crying because her mother had just made her put some candy back on the shelf. Carter watched her. She glared up at her mother and she stamped her foot and she let out another wail. "But I want it!" she said to her mother. She screamed to her mother. Carter looked at the girl's mother. Her face looked tired and sad. She got down beside her daughter and she put her arm around her and she tried to whisper something in her ear. Instead of listening, the little girl pulled away and continued to sob loudly. "I want to go home!" Other people were turning to look at the girl. Carter felt sorry for her. He understood how she felt since he was tired and hungry too. He prayed again, asking Jesus to help him keep being patient. Carter continued to stand quietly until his mother was ready to go out to the car with the groceries. Mom let him help load some of the grocery bags into the trunk of the car. Finally, Mom closed the lid of the trunk and she turned and gave Carter a great big hug. "Oh, thank you, honey. Thank you so much for being patient. I watched that little girl having so much trouble being patient, and I just thanked the Lord that He was helping you stand quietly and patiently." Carter smiled up at his mother. "I just kept praying and asking Jesus to help me," he said. Mom unlocked the car doors. "Well, let's go home, and then you can have a snack while I start getting supper ready. You have behaved so well. I think we should play your favorite game tonight after supper." Carter clapped his hands. "Oh, good, Mom. Can we play Yeti and the Spaghetti?" "We sure can." "Thank you, Mommy."